So here are some quick notes on how you can post files into a class. It took me quite a long time to work this out. It's been quite difficult, and you can see by all the multitudes of commented out attempts how many different ways I tried. So if I flick over to the songs model, this is the information that I'm asking for. An ID. You don't have to worry about the ID because that's auto incremented in the database. So in this particular example, don't worry about that. Title, language, duration, all of those are string fields, and the complicated one, the I from file image. But this one is not mapped to the database. So now if I pop over to the controller, in this case it's the DB songs controller. Again, I've had a few different goes. This one is an HTTP post called post and is accepting from form, whereas the other ones are from body. The song class I've just showed you. So it doesn't really matter what happens in here so much in terms of what I'm trying to explain. I just want to see that this is populated. If it is, then you can go through the image property and copy that to a memory stream or file stream or whatever, a stream that you can do something with that image once it reaches the server. In this particular case, we're just adding that record to the database context and saving it. So the Swagger looks like this. This is the post one. And because we've set it to the form, from form, it looks like this. Whereas a from body looks like this, where it's expecting something that looks a lot more like JSON. In here, and this works perfectly. You can click try it out. You can say don't worry about sending the ID, we'll send some data here, blah blah blah, and choose a file for this one. I want to replicate that in the client, so this is my another project that will send the information. It's just a WPF form, and it has a asynchronous post song and image attempt. Now I've left this bit uncommented, but this isn't the way you do it. If you were just sending, if you were only sending text and not an image, then you can put it in a dictionary, a string to string dictionary with the key and the value in here, and you can put integers in there as well, I believe, but as strings, integers as strings. This parameter object is then encoded, so you need it eventually into something that is based on HTTP content, and from URL encoding content you can put a dictionary like this and encode it into an HTTP content, and then you can put it in directly into a multi-part content, but just pop it into the the HTTP client, post it as the content for an HTTP post asynchronous event. So there I've got my address for the API, and that's what I'm posting. What I'm actually posting this time around, and I'll show you this demonstration, is I'm instead posting this multi-form data content. So I can add a new, and then it needs to be an HTTP content as well. So this inherits from HTTP content and it's string content. So you put the string content and the name of the field. So as an example, this one's title, which relates to title just here. So that will match So as I understand it, case doesn't matter. So send language, send duration, and now this is the clever bit. How do we send the image? We have to send that as a HTTP content, an HTTP content. So I've called it HTTP content image, and it's a stream content. So again, stream content must inherit from HTTP content, and we're adding a stream. So I've got a file stream here, and it's, let's give myself a bit more room. It grabs data from, it grabs the image as a file mode open, creates a stream, pops that into the HTTP content, which then can be placed into the multi-part content, given the property name and the name of the file, and then that goes into the content of the post, the asynchronous post.